How's it going? So let me show you this addition I made to my Amazon lock. So I don't know about you guys, but I have a problem with my Amazon lock batteries dying in about 3 weeks or so. This thing gets open and closed 25 times a day. I have several roommates and my kids live here, so it's just a pain in the butt. So what I did is I installed an anchor battery, and it's got an indicator for right here, and it's ran on here. So let me show you how I did it. First of all, I'm going to take it apart and show you. So I just Velcroed it on with some simple 3M Velcro. Okay, that's easy. And this part over here, you had to do a small grinding on. I'll show you here. Okay, you see that little edge right there? I just use a little router to make that little cut, and I'll show you what tool I used. Okay, I already pulled the 3 screws out. There's a screw here, and a screw down here. So that thing just comes straight off. Okay, easy. Oh, and this one over here, this piece that comes over here, you have to press down right here, and then it will come right on out, okay? This piece over here is where the magic happens. This piece right here where it holds the batteries, you're probably used to changing these batteries out, okay? What I did is, right here, is I just put this wire in here, okay? And if you take an old USB cord here, there's going to be 4 wires in there, okay? You need the black and the red one. So the red one is going to go to the flat terminal here with no spring. See, these are my terminals right here. See right here and here? That's how it actually makes contact, okay? Inside this unit, down over inside of there. These contacts right here. So if you solder on this right here, the red onto this flat terminal with no spring, and this one over here to this spring, okay? These over here you just completely ignore. These 2 in the middle you completely ignore. What happens typically is the batteries that go in here are 1.5 volts. So this connects to this battery, and now when it comes over here, you actually have 3 volts between the two. Then this terminal connects to this terminal, and then by the time you come here, you have 4.5 volts. And then you connect this to here, and by the time you go here, you have 6 volts. So this whole system is designed to run at 6 volts, but this is only 5 volts. But what's funny about it is that this whole lock system, okay, when it gets down to about 4.2 volts, it starts blinking red and says it's bad. Well, this will stay at 5 volts for, well, forever, practically. This battery here, I haven't done the math on it, but I think this is a 20,000 milliamp battery. And I think these things over here, oh crap, how small are they? I don't even know. I don't think I've ever looked to see if there's a milliamp rating on these dang things. These ones are generic ones. They don't actually have a rating on it. But if I had to guess, I'd say that those things are maybe 1,000 milliamps tops. So between that, I'll probably have 1,000 milliamps between those batteries. This thing over here, I have 20,000. So I would say this is probably 20,000 or 20 times as long of a battery life. I should probably have to charge this once a year. So, and everybody uses these for cell phone chargers or whatnot. So it's not complicated to do. So anyways, the last thing that you have to do is you have to cut out a little groove right here. Okay? That's for the wire to fit through over here. Okay? Now, you see how long my wire is, but all you can do is just coil up the wire inside of here and stick out what you need. It's not very complicated. And then by the time you come over here, you just slide that thing back in and it's fine. Now, if you don't cut this little groove out here and this little groove out here, this system won't work. So let me go out to the shop and I'll show you what tool I used. Hang on. All right, so now that I'm out in the shop, you can see that I used this grinding tool with a little grinder. Okay? It's not much to it. This over here, did a little grind right in here. Simple. So basically, you just make this little groove. And you could just take this straight off if you want. If you got a saw or something, you just make a little circle. But I like the circle because it fits around the wire a little cleaner. And I think it looks a little bit nicer. Okay? This over here, this one, it doesn't really matter what this looks like. You can probably just take a pair of pliers or something and crack it and break it out or something. It doesn't really matter because this is hidden. Just don't break the whole mechanism because maybe one day you'll want to go back to the, what do you call it, the small batteries. So, anyways, that's how I did it. And now I'm going to show you how I put the whole thing together so you see it's pretty easy. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you how I soldered it. I don't know if my phone is going to be able to give me, I think it's kind of blurry. Come on. That's close. What I did is I stuck that red wire through there. You can see. And then I just soldered through the middle of the hole. This one over here, I took this black wire, wrapped it around one tong right there, and then just spun it and then soldered it on. Problem solved. So this is how I put the thing together. Here, hold that for me. Well, like that. There you go. All right, so I tie this little knot right here. Why would this thing not focus? I tied this little knot right here, so that way, in case the anchor battery falls off or something like that, you know, it won't come out. So it won't rip my solder joints, okay? So that's why that knot is there. But right now I need this cable a little shorter, so I just wrap it in here, and I'm going to leave about, I don't know, and you can play with this a little, but I'm going to say maybe about 1.5 inches out. Maybe, yeah, about 1.5 inches out. So then I take this. There you go. You just take this and you pop this right in. Oops. The wires need to sit kind of flush. Otherwise it gets hung up in there. And these wires have got a bit of a memory, so it's kind of a pain. But, okay, so you see how that looks there? I think it needs to be just a hair bit longer because it's going to come out over here just maybe 2 inches out. Alright, so then this comes right over in here. And I got to put my 3 screws in, but I'll do that later. And this pops right in, and now you can get nice and close up there and see how clean that looks. See? Then plug this in. I'm gonna go a little bit. Oops, this wire's a little too short now. Let me go a little longer here. And I just got done building this, so I'm still playing with how long to make the wire. So I'm probably at about 2.5 inches now. Okay, good. Oops, I just dropped a screw. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, now I'll plug this in here, and then this will just go right here, and there you go, it's done. Now you can see it obviously works, nice and easy. And when I check the application, it shows that I have good battery. Now watch this, just to show that there is no other batteries in here. You can see, mid-stroke, watch this. Oops, hang on. I tripped it. Here we go. See? It's clearly working on that thing. Okay? So it's not working on anything else other than that. Alright? So it's easy to do. This is not a hard repair. So it's easy to do. It's not a hard repair. This is part of the Amazon lock, but I believe that this mechanism can be used with... this one here is what? The kwikset, I think it is? Yeah, this is the kwikset. This is what the outside of it looks like. Right here. So it's part of my Amazon key system. I also put the camera up over here, as you can see. So it's really easy to do, but I don't see why this repair or this fabrication would not work with any one of these locks that use 4 different batteries. So that's what I did. Hope that helps. Later, YouTube.